Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the best releases of 2022, according to me, of course. And so the criteria that I took, let's say, to choose these fragrances are: first, I selected only fragrances of which I bought a full bottle of, or at least a travel size. And then my criteria were: first, the quality of the fragrance, to my nose at least, because I don't have the note breakdown, so I don't know, but to my nose at least. So first, the quality. The second point to me is the complexity. The third one was the uniqueness of the fragrance. And the fourth one was the, let's say, the wearability of the fragrance. Because, of course, it's nice to have a great fragrance that smells really amazing, it's really unique. But if you're not going to wear it because it's too unique or too weird, at some point, to me, you want to buy fragrances that you are wearing. So I took that also into account in my top. So this is more or less a top 10, but I have 12 fragrances. So yes, top 12, let's say. I barely do these kind of things usually, but it's more like by chance I have 12, but because I didn't want also to talk for too long. So let's start. Yes, just a little disclaimer before I start talking about these fragrances. I never talk about it on my channel because I thought that everybody knew that, but all the fragrances that I have and I talk about, all the ones that you see, they are not sent by brands to me. That I buy all my fragrances by myself, and I've never received anything for free except as a great customer because I'm buying lots of fragrances, so sometimes I get some gift as a customer, but that's it. Basically. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. So the first one is a fragrance by Floraiku. And this fragrance is And Your Lips. Sorry, the bottle is really dirty, but yeah. So I think I talked already a lot of this fragrance on my channel. So why this fragrance is number 12? Yeah, this is the first one. So why is it at the bottom of my top? It's because to me, it's a great fragrance in the sense that I love the way it smells. I can wear it a lot. I wore it a lot this year. But the thing to me is that it's not really unique. Yeah, it has some kind of uniqueness, but somehow it smells like a really nice woman designer fragrance. Yeah, which is not bad, but I took that also into account for my top. So basically, what does it smell like? So it's a super fruity, sweet fragrance with a beautiful lavender. This is really what I like from this one. So this is lavender, but for women, like they did for Guerlain. And this one goes a bit in that sense, but it is a fruity one. It's sweet. It's kind of intoxicating. I love the dry down also with the vanilla and the tonka beans. Super comforting. This combo, vanilla, tonka beans, and lavender, is a great combo, and I really like it in this one. Okay, number 11. So this one is by Matiere Premiere, and this is French Flower. So I just have a mini of this one because these fragrances are really great, but quite pricey also. So so I bought this little mini first. This is a 6 ml because I wanted to take it with me on holidays. And so what does it smell like? This one, French Flower, is a great tuberose fragrance. Honestly, it smells like great quality to my nose. The tuberose in this one is really great, has lots of character. It's creamy, but at the same time, it has character. It has, without being too animalic. So I love the opening. This is what got me immediately. I love the opening with the pear and the tuberose is working. This combo also is working really well. It's a bit spicy, it has character. Immediately I smelled that this tuberose was really great. And this is what I really appreciate in this one. The only downside to this fragrance is the ambroxan. So this is usually something that is not bothering me, but I don't know, in this one, at some point in the evolution, it's getting too much. I mean, the ambroxan in this one is what is bothering me, and I think this is why it's getting lower in my top. It's because, yeah, to me, too much ambroxan kills the ambroxan. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why they put so much ambroxan in this one, because it didn't need it to me. Like the quality of the fragrance, the quality of the tuberose here is really pretty. And it's almost killing it a bit, with this ambroxan on top. Of course, it's helping with the longevity, the projection, etc. So this is something also that I didn't take into account for my top, because to me, this is not necessary criteria according to me. So, but by chance, I'm looking at all the fragrances that I selected. Yeah, by chance, I think all of them has a decent longevity. But yeah, so I know that ambroxan is something that is helping in that sense, but at some point, I think that they really didn't need to use that much ambroxan in this fragrance. So that's why it's at number 11. My next one is by Celine, and this is their new release. It is Bois dormant. Yeah, so this is my number 10. This one also is quite low in my top because it's quite new also in my collection. So I didn't have much time to play with it, so this is why it is so low. The only thing also that make it to the number 10 is that it's not that unique to me. I mean, you can smell it and think that, okay, it makes me think about this fragrance and this fragrance, but still it smells really great, really elegant, easy to wear. This is like a nice fragrance to wear every day. So the versatility also of this fragrance is really great, I think. I love the quality of the bergamot in this one. So this one is like an aromatic bergamot to me. Yeah, aromatic citrus with maybe woody base. It's supposed to have the note of iris, but honestly, this is not what I get the most from this one. Maybe I have some lavender, so it's not listed in the notes, but I have, let's say, more fresh aromatic notes from this one and getting more woody. So yeah, really great release, but I need to play a bit more with it also. Okay, my number 9 is a release by Guerlain. So you will realize that there are lots of Guerlain and they've been really productive this year. So maybe, I think that's it. It's from the L'Art et la Matière collection, and this is Oud Khôl. So this is one of their new L'Art et la Matière fragrance. Honestly, this one is stunning. This is, in terms of quality, of complexity, and uniqueness, yeah, this is really, really great. So this one has lots of aldehydes on top, so this is quite a cold fragrance, So it's like some aldehydes with some charcoal and some wood. It has something a bit sweet, but really in the background, like it's not a sweet fragrance at all. It has something to make it a little bit pleasing and mysterious, I want to say. But this is definitely a dark fragrance, a dark, mysterious fragrance. Really well made. The reason why it's so low, also why it's at number 9, is to me the wearability of this fragrance. It's really great, but I don't see myself wearing this fragrance every day. This is the kind of fragrance that you can wear only, I think, during the winter when it's really cold. And this is the kind of fragrance maybe I would have preferred to have it as a candle or as a home fragrance, you know what I mean? This is not one that I wear often. So yeah, this is why it's so low in my top, but still it's a really, really great fragrance. I really appreciate that they took some risk with this one, and definitely deserves to be in the top 10. So that's why it's there, and it's my number 9. My number 9 is an incense fragrance. It is by Yves Saint Laurent, and this is Babycat. So this one is one I need to play a bit more with. Also, I will wear it more during the colder days in winter, I guess. And this is one of these incense fragrance that has lots of warmth coming from the vanilla, because to me incense is a really cold note to my nose, and it's something that is really hard for me to wear, honestly. I maybe have 2 or 3 incense fragrances. Yes, I think I have 3. Like Une Fille en Aiguille, this one, and maybe the Arthur, the one from Penhaligon's. I'm not sure that I have more than that, because to me this is a note that is really hard to wear. So maybe that's why also it's so low in my top. But still, I think that in this one they made it really wearable. And if you're afraid of incense, this is not something that you like usually, I think you should try this one. Don't blind buy it, because it's never good to blind buy something, but at least try to try to sample it. So this one has a kick in the opening. This is something that I really enjoy in fragrances. So when they have this peppery kick, so keep in mind that this one is peppery. So it's spicy peppery in the opening. Then you have this cold incense, but that is, let's say, floating on top of this bed of warm vanilla. Warm, yeah. This, I have an image of this yellow, warm, thick vanilla with this incense on top, that makes it a bit incensey, smoky, Yeah. So, yeah. And this one is also really elegant, really classy. I think everyone would enjoy this one. So, yeah, that's why it's my number 8. My number 7 is a delicious gourmand fragrance by Etat Libre d'Orange, and this is Frustration. So, yeah. So this one is like a boozy chestnut fragrance, super gourmand. I love also the vanilla in this one. It's like a boozy cocktail made of chestnut and vanilla. I don't know if something like that exists, but this is what it would smell like to me. I really like this one. Smell like autumn in a bottle. The thing is that I didn't have that many occasions to wear it yet. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wear it this one tomorrow. Yeah, it smells really, really great. Love that one. And yeah, I think it's a great creation. To me, it smells quite kind of complex. I like the quality of the ingredients. The uniqueness is still good. I mean, it made me think of 2 or 3 other fragrances, but I mean, if you wear that, basically you are quite unique, I think so. And still, it's quite wearable to me. I think I would really enjoy wearing this one. This is the kind of fragrance that I enjoy, even if I'm not really into gourmand. I love the note of chestnut, and here it's really well made. So that's why this is my number 7. My number 6 is the new release by Hermès. It is part of their Hermès collection. And this is Violette volynka. So at least I got travel size of this one. I got 2 travel size, because I think this is a really great release. Of course I got this one because you know me, I love Violet, I love leather fragrances, and I love Hermès fragrances. So of course this one was going to be a win for me. I mean, no surprise that I love it. But when it is not, because this is my number 6, when it is not in my top 5, it's also because I have lots of fragrances that this one reminds me of. So in terms of uniqueness, it's maybe not as unique to me to justify buying a full bottle of this one. Because, maybe it reminds me a bit of Cuir Amethyst, of, this Bodega Veneta fragrances. Is it Eau de Velours also? It has this vibe, like a Missia, like... I love violet and leather, and indeed this is really well made here. The violet is lovely. You have these different facets of the violet here, like the violet, more like the flower, but also like the violet leaves. You have each part of the violet here. And you also have this leather, which is not completely soft suede leather, It's kind of between the harsh leather and this soft suede leather. It's still a leather with character and smelling like maybe like a brand new bag, but in the evolution it has something a little bit animalic. It's not at all like a really soft leather or suede, in the sense that it has some character. You smell this animalic part, like this part is coming from an animal, So, and I think it's really great. Maybe I get a hint of jasmine in this one. I don't know, I feel like I get a hint of jasmine from it, but yeah. And I think that Hermès makes some of the greatest leather fragrances there, like Bottega Veneta. These two brands, I mean, the leather that their leather fragrances, they are really, really great. And because they have also this elegance, this classiness that I love in these leather fragrances, maybe they are not that unique, but in a sense, yes, because they have this great quality. So yeah, this was a great one, and this is my number 6. So as we enter now my top 5, of course you'll find lots of Guerlain fragrances, but my number 5 is the last release by Dusita, which is La Rhapsodie Noire. So I only got a 15 ml from this one because I got it before the release. As a customer, of course, I got the possibility to buy it blindly, so this 15 ml, which I did because I trust Pissarra knows, I trust her creations because she always creates great fragrances. So when I heard that she was working on a gourmand fragrance, I thought, okay, I don't really like gourmand fragrances, but we have kind of the same taste. I know that she loves, really classic fragrances, from French perfumery, and she also loves green fragrances. She kind of loves also tobacco. So I thought, okay, if she's creating gourmand fragrance, I'm really interested to see what is the result, and I really love what she did because this is a beautiful lavender fragrance, and to me this is a beautiful gourmand for non-gourmand lovers. And it is kind of mysterious, attractive, comforting, sexy. I really like this, what she did on this one. So this one has also this lavender tonka combo that I love. The tonka beans here has so many interesting facets. I love the powderiness that you have at the beginning in the fragrance. So it's soft and powdery, and this powderiness almost reminded me of, is it from this Maison Lancôme range? Maybe Iris Dragé or Jasmin Marzipan. You have this soft powderiness that feels almost dry to your nose. So this is something that I get from this fragrance in the opening. And I love also this sweetness with the vanilla, the coffee. I get lots of coffee on my skin, and yeah, and the tobacco that is coming also from this tonka bean. So I don't know which tonka bean she used, but it has this almondy powdery facet with this almost hay facet going almost into this tobacco side. So. And it's keeping this milky, creamy sweetness with the vanilla and the coffee behind. So I really like that one. A nice discovery. And definitely when I finish the 15 ml, I think that I would need a full bottle of this one. Okay, so my number 4 is La Petite Robe Noire Rose Rose Rose. So I think I've talked a lot about this one at the beginning of the year. I think it was released around maybe the months of April or May. I don't really remember. And I'm still wearing it. I'm still enjoying it. I'm wearing it today. So this is a great no-brainer to me. Honestly, this is my so far one of my, because there are many versions that I enjoy. One of my favorite La Petite Robe Noire version, because I love the quality of the rose here. The rose is really great. So you have lots of rose in this one, but I love the quality of it. I mean, I feel almost like, it's getting into the French Kiss territory. I don't know if you've tried French Kiss by Guerlain. This fragrance that I love that is discontinued, and this one reminds me of French Kiss, but let's say for a quarter of the price. So I think that's really good. Definitely smells like quality to my nose. Not necessarily super unique, because you have this kind of lipsticky vibe from this one, but yeah, to me it's great quality for a really affordable price. And in terms of wearability, I mean, this is one that I could wear every day. I could see myself having it as a signature scent. And I know that in France it's one of the best sellers of the year, so I think, yeah, in terms of wearability, it's a great one. My number 3 is, let's say, the darker sister of the previous one, and it is Chérie Oud by Guerlain. So this one was a great surprise for me, in a sense that I really didn't expect anything from it. I mean, to me, on paper, I mean, not on paper when I smell it on paper, but when I read the description of this one before it was released, I thought, oh, it's going to be boring, nothing new, you know, nothing new under the sun. So I thought that I was going to skip it. And I tried it and I thought, oh, okay. Maybe I got mistaken and maybe this one is quite interesting. So in the end, I found a bottle for a great price, so I got it. And indeed, as you can see, since I got it, I wore it a lot. So I'm kind of killing the bottle already. But yeah, so this one to me is so attractive, so dark and mysterious. So this is kind of the La Petite Robe Noire, because you have this common DNA with the rose, with the cherry, which is really almondy, with some red notes. You know, cherry is a note that is really hard to recreate to my nose. So most of the cherry fragrances out there, they don't smell like cherry to me. They just smell like almond with some red fruit notes, which is also, yeah, that's kind of the case here. It's maybe a little bit medicinal. Okay, now that I heard Lydie said it, maybe it's a bit medicinal, but I think it's not coming necessarily from the cherry. I think it's coming from the oud, because I know that some oud have this kind of medicinal facet, and this is something personally that I enjoy. So, okay, I'm fine with it. And I love that it's getting darker and leathery, super dark. I love it, and still it's super wearable to me. It's not too sweet. It's like a more darker, more mature version of La Petite Robe Noire. One that maybe men would enjoy wearing too. And yeah, I really like that. Definitely prefer it to all the other maybe cherry fragrance out there that I tried so far. Yeah, I'm not a great fan of Tom Ford cherry. Lost Cherry, is it? Yeah. But I really like this one. My number 2 is another Guerlain, yeah. And this is one of their newest Aqua Allegoria. This is Nerolia Vetiver. So yeah, this one, maybe you could see it more like this. I don't know. No. Okay, sorry. Not the best moment to try to set up my camera, but okay. Can we see something, please? Okay, maybe like this. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's the end of the video. It doesn't want to work anymore. Okay, so this Nerolia Vetiver, so I tried it when it was released. I think it was last summer. And yes, because I remember I wore it a lot this summer. So this was one of the fragrances that I wore the most with. Okay, no, still not. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that I wore the most with Parade by Celine. And this one is not similar to Parade, but they have some, you know, some common stuff. I don't know, common notes maybe, but definitely they don't smell alike. So in terms of uniqueness, okay, this is a fresh, green, neroli fragrance. So in that sense, you can think that it's not that unique, but still, I have nothing that smells exactly like this one. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I wore it a lot. I think it's a great release, easy to wear. Men and women can enjoy this one, definitely. As you can see, I wore it already a bit, only this summer, but already wore it a lot. So this is kind of a good sign. It could be an everyday fragrance. You won't bother anyone with this one, but still smells really great. And yeah, like with good quality ingredients to my nose. So yeah, I think this one was a really nice release. I honestly didn't expect also to like it as much as I did, because to me, Neroli can be tricky, and also it has the note of basil and fig, which can be tricky for me too, but this one definitely is a great one. And my number 1, I think you can guess what it is. So This is also a Guerlain, and this is their new release. So this is the Shalimar millésime, but tonka this year. And of course, I really enjoyed that one too. So it is a super powdery fragrance. So this is a powdery version of Shalimar with tonka, let's say boosted, really boosted tonka on this one. Super powdery, almondy, a bit more floral than the previous version that they released, the vanilla one that I also still really enjoy, and I wore it lately also, this one. The vanilla version, still really great, but I really enjoy also this tonka version. It's slightly going to the tobacco side, but in the dry down. But before that, you have like tons, explosions of powdery almond, super powdery, like super dry to my nose, with this guerlinade that you can feel in this one also. So yeah, really beautiful guerlinade with lots of powdery almonds on top, and that's really, really great. Super comforting. I love to wear it daily. Definitely one that I could wear every day. No problem with that. I love the quality of this one. It's really great. The uniqueness, let's say, okay, it has the Shalimar DNA, and in that sense, yeah, you can feel that this is, yeah, kind of Shalimar fragrance, but I could not really compare it completely with another one. It reminded me a bit of Tonka Imperial, but Tonka Imperial, you know, it has a different character. It's not, to me, it's not close to Shalimar. It has also this rosemary, these pine notes that I love in Tonka Imperial, and I don't have that at all in this millésime Tonka, so it's kind of hard for me to compare and find something that is similar. So this is why this one is number one to me. Great release, great ingredients, kind of complex, still really wearable. So yeah, so this is my number one, and yeah, no surprise, this is a Guerlain. So now we would like to talk about the ones that I don't have, which were really great, but I didn't have the occasion to buy them, or didn't find a good occasion to buy them, but they are still on my wish list. So the first one is Sycomore Parfum. Sycomore, I never know, but yeah, I really enjoyed this new version that was released by Chanel. I definitely prefer it to the EDP version that they released, which was not one that I had on my wish list, because this is not one that was working really well on me also. And I tried this Parfum version, and I really enjoyed the way that it was, yeah, how they made it. It's really warmer. It's a warmer version of Sycomore, and I really like it. So this is one to me which could deserve to be in this top list for 2022, but I don't have it. Another one was a release, but in the designer for men, and it was this Givenchy, I think it's Givenchy Gentleman Réserve Privée. I'm sorry if it's not the exact name, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one too. I think it was a great release. It has this boozy touch without being too sweet. It has this chestnut note also that I really enjoy. Really mysterious, attractive. I like this one. This is one also that I could see myself wearing, even if it was released for men. But you know, to me, yeah, it's just a question of marketing, and this one could be easily worn by women too. Another one is a release by L'Artisan Parfumeur, which is Iris de Gris. So I don't know if you remember, I bought Tonka Blanc and Iris de Gris, and my bottle of Iris de Gris got lost on the way. And I never got it back because I never found a good price for it anymore. Now I believe the price of the bottles increased in the meantime, and now they are maybe close to 170 euro last time I checked in France, which is crazy expensive. I don't know. So that's why I don't have that one. It's a really nice iris, green iris. So I love iris fragrances. I love green fragrances, and no surprise that I love this one. And it has this pea note, which makes it really intriguing and new. And I really like that one. And the last one I didn't buy, but I still want to have it as Mandarin Basilic Forte. So the thing is that they released it at the end of the year. The summer was already past, and I think this is definitely the kind of fragrance I thought at the time that this was the kind of fragrance that I would enjoy wearing during the summer. And in the end, I think that it's a bit more versatile. So this is kind of a sweeter, warmer version of Mandarin Basilic. And I already enjoyed the first version, and I really enjoyed this second version, this Forte version. So I think, yeah, I'd like to have that one too. It has this added sweetness, fruitiness, and vanilla behind. And yes, I think it was also a great release, and I really like to have that one too. Now let's talk about the fragrances that didn't blow me away, let's say. So that's not the flop of the year, but one of them is really a flop to me. So yeah, the first one is Uncut Gem by Frédéric Malle. So with a name like that, I really expected to be blown away, and I was not. Still, I think I would need to spend more time with the fragrance to see where it's going. But my first try was not completely a successful one. So yeah, that's why for me it's not there. Same thing for MFK, or more or less, this 724 new release. So the first time I tried it, I really enjoyed it. I thought, oh, that's great. So I ordered a sample of it, and now I thought that it was a bit meh. Like, okay. I think it would be nice to wear every day, but I was not blown away by the I don't know, the creativity, the uniqueness, the quality of the ingredients. So that's why it's not there either. So it's not a bad release. It's a nice everyday fragrance, but I don't know, for that price and for, I don't know. I had lots of questions about this one, and I was not convinced about this release. And my first flop of the year to me was this new fragrance by Prada. So we saw the campaign, the marketing about it, and I thought, oh, it seems to be unique, seems to be nice, blah, blah, blah. And when I tried it, it was like meh, boring. So this is this Paradox by Prada. And this one was super, super boring to my nose. So yeah, just some May flowers, I don't know, soup. Something like a floral soup, and nothing intriguing, nothing interesting. Been there, done that. It's already been done, so not interesting at all. So yeah, that's it. So voila, this was my top 2022 releases. And tell me what you thought about it, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye!